Remember, the 5th of November. It's like January 16th. But anyway, I'm not going to recite the whole thing because I don't remember. It's about treason. But listen, now I know where that's from. I heard that for years. I wasn't sure where it's from. Now I know it's from V for Vendetta, starring Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman. And this is the final stop. And during our journey through the Pick 10 comic book movies. Yes. V for Vendetta came out in 2006, which is the year I graduated from high school, and I never gravitated towards it. This is one of the few movies I remember seeing on the shelf at Target, back when we had a Target here. That Little Shop of Horrors. It was like an anniversary Blu-ray, and I did not grab it because I'm an idiot. But it was like a book. There's a book to it and everything. And, this movie you just saw sitting there. And the movie Happily Ever After, the Snow White sequel that was done by Filmation, is not really a sequel to Snow White that I wish I would have grabbed every time I saw it there, because I would have had it. Now I can't find it anywhere. So, V for Vendetta tells the story of V, who wears a Guy Fawkes mask, and is out for revenge against the totalitarian society that has become in British Parliament, led by John Hurt, who's this totalitarian chancellor leader. Natalie Portman in a movie with the evil chancellor. Why does that sound familiar? Anyway, he plans to bring down this evil parliament and change the structure of society. However, I don't think his plan would actually work. Maybe? I don't know. Him blowing up parliament, is that going to do anything? Because, was his name Silva, or whatever his name is? Blew up MI6 in Skyfall, and it's fine by the next movie. I'm just saying. Yes, this movie takes place in England. Yes, we got well-known Australian actor Hugo Weaving playing V. And well-known American actress playing Evie. They're both supposed to be British. One of them can pull it off. Can you guess which one doesn't? Yeah, Hugo Weaving can pull it off because, Australian and British accents, they're different, yet there is some similarities. So you just change the way your voice is a little bit and you can do it. However, speaking from experience, it is not that easy to come across as a British person when you're American. I could do a British accent. Yes, I could. But I've been training for years to do a British accent. So maybe it's very good, maybe it's not. I don't know. But for her, I'm sorry. There are moments when she starts to get in a British accent, especially when she starts yelling, that it takes me out. Why couldn't they hire a British actress? Like Emily Blunt or Rachel Weisz. They were around back then, right? Especially Rachel Weisz. Although, no, this was after Constantine. Why hire very, very American actress? Well, I know she's Israeli, but still. An American actress to play a British character. It just doesn't make any sense. I know why. They wanted the name attached to it. You see Hugo Weaving and Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman just got off of Star Wars, right? She was doing Star Wars Revenge of the Sith the same year. Or the year before, whatever. It was the same year, because I think I graduated high school when it came out. So, but yeah, it was just like, hello. Like, it's very jarring for me that she's doing this British accent. She's not British. Every other actor in this, John Hurt, the bad guy from Speed Racer, they're British. Now, that does not take away from her acting. She is good at acting. She's just not good at acting British. She does a very good job in this film, as does Hugo Weaving, who is a scene stealer, as V, this victim of a explosion, fire at this St. Mary's, whatever it's called. It's like a foster home or something. And so, I'm going to talk about the ending here. Okay, so at one point, V, he kills the Chancellor, played by John Hurt. By the way, John Hurt is also fantastic as this evil Chancellor. John Hurt! He's not traveling back in time with the Frankenstein in this one, but he's a fantastic villain. I'll tell you that much. The ending. So after killing the Chancellor, he faces off with these men led by the second in command, Creedy, and they shoot the hell out of him, and they kills all of them. And he plans to go back and set this train, but he's dying. So he dies. Okay, so she sets it up to explode. And she's held at gunpoint by this inspector who has been on the case this entire film, and he lets her do it because he's questioning everything. All right. And, she basically says he was all of us. And so he was all of us that wanted to be free, basically. He is the people. Okay. I guess it wasn't the ending I wanted to talk about because that's a pretty good ending. What I want to talk about is before he tells her to meet her at a certain point, and she does, and they dance, and then they kiss, and I was scratching my head because I was under the impression, okay, so it's explained he died in this fire at St. Mary's, and it's also explained that her brother also, that he was a victim of this fire at St. Mary's, and it's explained that her brother died in a fire in St. Mary's. So my assumption was it was her brother. And then she kisses him. Now, you could say she doesn't know that, but clearly, I mean, he's got the mask on in front of it because he didn't take the mask off. But clearly he wants to be kissed, and they've clearly fallen in love. He does say, I can't, which could also lead to that, but I don't know. It just felt, am I missing something? Because I just assumed, I even read through the Wikipedia article as well, because I was watching it, like, did I miss something? So I read through the Wikipedia article, and no, everything points to him being her brother, to me, right? Her brother died in that fire. He survived the fire. It makes sense. Huh? Right? I don't know. It's just confusing. It becomes a love story that is very confusing. Also, at one point, the bad guy from Speed Racer, Robert Allam or something like that, is the actor's name, says he's V, but it's a trick. He's messing with her. Although he does picture the same food. So I don't know. I know it's not him because he ends up dead, but still. Also, she shaves her head at some point during this. And I guess I don't get why. There's all the posters and trailers. And, like, it's on there. Her head is shaved. But I guess I don't understand why her head is shaved. And is she wearing a wig through most of this? It looks really good. This was directed by James McTeague and written, produced by the Wachowskis, the ones who brought us The Matrix. So, yeah, clearly that was the marketing for this was about that. So if you went in and you were thinking it's going to be something, equal to The Matrix, well, it's better than the two Matrix sequels. And in some of the scenes you can see that maybe it could have been directed like a Steven Spielberg thing, like a Poltergeist situation. There's some things you can recognize from Wachowski films, but and it also has that Robert Allam guy, the bad guy from Speed Racer, which was directed by the Wachowskis. So they had some kind of connection here, besides being writers and producers. So yeah, this was good. If I can talk about John Hurt just a little bit, he comes across as this totalitarian leader that takes no shit from anyone. He really just, and to that, I think maybe his end was done too quickly. Because it's very weird too, because he has this whole speech that he delivers to the people, and then in the very next scene, V has him and kills him. Weird editing, maybe? I don't know. That's what it seemed like to me. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but is it weird? That's what it felt like. He has this speech, and then all of a sudden V has him, and I don't know. But clearly the standout here is V, played by Rupert Everett. That's not right. Well, I can't remember his name. Weaving. Samara Weaving's uncle. Weaving. Weaving. Hugo Weaving. Hugo Weaving. He is fantastic. He never takes the mask off. Always wearing a mask. It is great. One big question I have, though. What does the opening to this movie have anything to do with the rest of it? Other than remember the 5th of November stuff that they say. And it's a guy. I don't think he's wearing a Guy Fawkes mask. Is that supposed to be Guy Fawkes? I don't know. I thought maybe he was going to connect, but they give V. I thought maybe he was going to be V, but then they give V a different backstory. And it's confusing. I'll give it a pretty good. I enjoyed it for what it was. It's a long movie. A lot of stuff going on. But it's good. I just, Natalie Portman's a great actress. Should have got someone who was actually British. I'm sorry. It took me out. When you know the actress is not British, yes, it's acting. Sure. But when you're portraying a cast that's primarily British, and you have an actress who's not, she sticks out like a sore thumb. Or you could have made her American, right? Let's say when she was 12. When she was 12, her parents died, and she was an American immigrant, right? So you just keep her American. Although, this is based off comic book, so I guess maybe you couldn't change that much. I don't know. But I enjoyed this. I enjoyed it. I don't know. For what it was fun. It's long. It's over 2 hours long. So it's not overly long. So what are your thoughts on V for Vendetta? In the comments below, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you. Hold on, let me get it up. In the next one.